Good morning everybody and welcome back to the Valley of the Old Farm. Today we have got to first of all put the bales away, but before we do that we have a very important job, something which I've done many times before and will do many times again in the future, and that is to go and give the sheep some hay. Very important because I think they have run out. Oh dear, that's not good. I actually missed the information at the top right hand corner of the screen. Hopefully it didn't say that some have died. That would be just horrific. So without any further ado, let's very quickly, in fact there's no time to unstrap those, let's grab the JCB skid steer and take one off here. I didn't realise, oh my steering wheel's not working, how weird. I didn't realise that they were so low. Yeah, I need to, don't know, my steering wheel for some reason is not working. I'm using the keyboard. I will make sure it's working in a second. I don't think I could actually bear it, you know. I don't think I could do an episode anymore without using a steering wheel. It would just be too painful. It would just look so bad compared to using a steering wheel. Now I know that a lot of people do have to use a steering wheel, but I would say if I did do an episode with just the keyboard, there would be an uproar. In fact, I could do it. I should have done it on April Fool's Day. It would have been quite funny, but probably very frustrating to watch. Right, another thing we need to do today is move these pallets of wool. Okay, so here you go, sheep. I think it's just the sheep which are seriously desperate. We'll see. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the cows are fine. They're fine. So that's good. Okay, let me sort out the steering wheel and we'll crack on. That's better. So we need to also get some pallet forks. Probably two. One for the 240 and one for the JCB. Probably not both at the same time, we only need to have one to begin with. But yeah, we certainly do need to have at least one to be able to move these pallets. I will check first of all to make sure that we don't actually have one, because it wouldn't be the first time I've gone to buy something we already have, which is never a good look. So I must make sure that, yeah, there is not one just, you know, sitting in a shed below us. I'll go and take one more bale over to the sheep and then we'll unload these, and hopefully I'll be able to stack them fairly neatly so that they look presentable. Nothing worse than a messy stack of bales. I hope they only need one more. Yep. That'll be good. Oh, it's touching the wall. Maybe I won't put the stack so close to the wall next time. It does make it a bit trickier. Yeah, I really can't believe the weather in the UK at the moment. At least where I am. It's horrible. Really not the weather you'd expect for the time of year. Let's just hope it improves. I think today it's something like 6 degrees Celsius, which for some people might be a heat wave. But certainly for almost mid-April, that isn't terribly good in England. I think the average is about 11 or 12 degrees Celsius, so we're about half. It's not great at all. So yeah, if it can change very soon, then certainly I would appreciate it, and I'm sure other people will do too. Right, let's remove these straps, and we're probably going to have to time-lapse this job. It's going to take me a while to do. It always does do. I won't take them all off just yet, because I might accidentally knock them. But if we can do these ones first, then that'll make life easier. Okay, so there we go. It's all done and it's all stacked, hopefully well. I think it's quite good, but obviously everybody's got their own opinion. So what we're going to do now is we're going to move these pallets, and actually maybe we should we sell them? I don't know. I've always found that selling them straight away is not a good idea because the price can always go up, but with it being the beginning of spring still, or the middle of spring, potentially it will be worth doing. Wool. Ah, yes it is. So we can sell it pretty much straight away. In fact, yeah, it's almost the best price we're ever going to get, so we will do. We'll sell it straight off the trailer, which is unusual. Now, I'm going to just make sure it doesn't rain while we're doing this, so we'll put the time back to ×5, and we need to drive over to the store with the Massey Ferguson 240 and grab a pallet fork. But yeah, of course, before we do this, we need to make sure that we don't actually have one. Nope. What about for the skid steer? Nope. Okay, so that's good. But that's actually bad because it means we have to spend more money. But yeah, at least we don't run the risk of buying two unnecessarily. I could always take the skid steer, but I really do believe it's best if it stays in here. Oh, and also, a few episodes back I did ask people if the Massey Ferguson 240 has no back window as standard in real life, and most people who replied said that yeah, that's the case. They didn't actually have any kind of back window. It's just the design they had. So thank you to everybody who responded. And also actually, in the previous episode, I think I caused some confusion. I said when I was tedding, what kind of tedder is this? Because it doesn't have a logo on it, and I think I had the wrong one selected. I was talking about a different one, because everybody said, Daggerwin, you idiot. Well, not everybody, but a few people did. They said, Daggerwin, you idiot. It says right on it, it says that it's a Kuhn tedder, this one here. But actually, I was referring to this one here. This one here doesn't have any kind of logo, but I did get a few people who knew what I was talking about, and they said it was a Vicon. So yeah, to those people, thank you once again. I always like to rely on my subscribers and my viewers to actually tell me different things. It's very useful. It's actually a good way of learning. But yes, thank you to everybody who did respond. It is greatly appreciated. Okay, so I'll just drop the spike off, put it there, and that'll free up the front loader for the pallet forks when we come back with them. So yes, it is going to rain. I'm not too sure when. It's showing rain as now, pretty much. It's going to just suddenly change, which is annoying because we've just had rain through the night. We actually missed it in the videos, but it has just been torrential rain for about 4 hours, so it's a bit of a shame that it is going to rain again. But that's the spring for you. April showers. Not really April though. I should think this is about May, being mid-spring. Here we are. Shame we're not picking up something a bit more exciting, but still, it's something which is definitely required. We'll go for the standard black edition. No point paying more for a different colour. Especially, actually, yeah, this is going to fit in the best with this front loader anyway. So that's all good. But yeah, we're going to make, hopefully, quite a bit of money from this wool. I will actually check the chart and just see exactly how much money we're currently getting for wool. I would have thought it was something very impressive, especially as we haven't actually sold anything yet. We haven't sold any wool, so technically there should be a lot of demand for it. Right. Wool. Okay, it's going down. That's not good, but it's still a fairly impressive price at 8306. I'm not quite sure why it would be going down, because at the moment it's showing as being quite good, but weird. I think we should still sell it though. Or should we? Should we put them into storage? Because the price is supposed to go down quite a bit once the spring is gone. So maybe we should just store it for a day, see if the price increases, and if it doesn't, then we could just sell them then. But then potentially would make even less, because then the price might have gone down even further. So we do need to be careful. But one day it will be great demand. So if we wanted to hold on to them, which we could do because we do have plenty of money anyway, then we could just, you know, wait for that special day when there is so much demand for it. People will pay anything, probably like £10,000 or something per 1,000 litres, which really is an insane amount of money. But we could do it. Anyway, the ground is too wet. It's only going to get wetter. So really, what we can do is not a lot, which is a shame. Just thinking fertiliser. I don't think we can even do fertiliser because I'm pretty sure it hasn't grown enough yet for us to be able to do another application. I can check, and we will check, but with it about to rain as well, I don't know if that's a good thing. Yeah, maybe a small amount of rain is good at this stage. Not sure. I think what we're trying to avoid is like a deluge. If we had a deluge of rain, it would just be terrible. Now when the temperature rises a bit more, so when we get to about 10 degrees ground temperature, we're going to put one crop, one field as corning. I think that is for the best anyway. It's field number 6. It's a bit of an awkward shaped field. But this is really just in case we ever do get some pigs. If we don't feel that we ever need to get any pigs, then I think what we'll probably do is just sell it. But many people have confirmed that there are no pigs on Ballincraig estate, so we could technically transfer those pigs to this farm. Now I know it's not the best situation to be in, because you're sort of mixing up two Let's Plays, but then it would get around the issue of the pigs just disappearing. The other solution would be to replace the pigs with sheep or cows on Ballincraig, so they don't technically disappear, they get replaced. So I don't know. I might have to do a vote for it. I tend to. A vote is always a good way of deciding for the best. But yeah, there's two options. We either have the pigs coming to this farm and joining the sheep and the cows, which would make it very hectic, or yeah, we just replace the pigs altogether, so we don't have any pigs anymore, and yeah, we have sheep and cows, or just one of each on, or just one on Ballincraig. Probably most likely cows, I'd have thought, maybe sheep, I don't know. Thing is that that's what we're doing on this map, so maybe it would be better to just have this as the main livestock map at this stage, and then we focus on doing the arable side of things on Ballincraig, and then turn it all to livestock again after that, because I know that Ballincraig is primarily livestock, so it's a bit of a tough one, but there'll always be a solution to it. Definitely possible to do the right thing. But I'll keep going here, we'll keep loading these things up. There's a lot of money just sat around, really. I suppose one thing we do need to do is feed the animals, because I should think they're running a bit low on water, and the cows potentially are a bit low on their feed. I think it's 4 full crates here. 3 full crates. Still, 3 full crates is enough. That is a lot. And the final one. We'll just get it out of there. Hopefully the next pallet doesn't appear in front of it until I've moved this one, because otherwise it'd be completely in the way. If I go here, then it shouldn't do. Yep, it really should not spawn with me here. I should think it will spawn pretty much straight away though, once we've moved. We can use the Massey Ferguson 240 to tow the Joskin water tanker, which is something we'll probably do. We have to go over to the river to fill it up. We might not have to, depending on how much is in it. Okay, so that traction trailer can stay there for the time being. When it starts to rain, actually, just thinking about it, yeah, it's going to get wet. I think they're probably waterproof bags anyway, because they couldn't really be there getting soggy, although it does look to be woven. Maybe they're not waterproof. Yeah, let's get them under cover. That's probably the best place for it, but we can't put it there. Probably the bale shed, you know. Good place to put stuff. I don't know if there is a designated area for wool. Actually, this shed here looks pretty good. I've put the tedder in there for now, but yeah, we're not in any rush to use this trailer again, so we'll just keep it all in here for the time being. We'll probably put them in the shed later, unless we do decide to sell it all. Okay, there we go. Good. Right, back into the 240. It begins. There's the wool pallet, just spawning there. Water is something they both need, cows and sheep. That goes onto the drawbar there. Neat fitting. Yeah, so I don't think we even need to check, but I will do anyway. Getting low, getting low. And we have 53%, so technically we do have enough here, because they didn't even use half of the tanker last time, and I think one of them was almost out, so yeah, we should be alright. We'll probably fill this up anyway though, for next time. After all, if it's going to rain, then there's not going to be a great deal that we can do. Now come on sheep, don't all escape. I know they're not going to, but I just kind of wish they would do, because then it would make me focus more on keeping the gates shut. Okay, so they're probably going to take the most out of both, because we do have a lot of sheep. Leaving just 14%. Well, that is harsh, but that's all perfect now. Really good. We have 122 sheep and 30 cows, so we haven't actually gained any more cows at all. All the cows we have been purchased, they haven't been bred. We'll slalom through the cows, and we'll be out of here. We'll definitely go and fill up. Oh yeah, the trigger's here. On most maps the trigger spreads the whole distance, but on here it's in the, well, the most sensible place actually, where the latch is. Right, the cows are obviously really close, but I'm just thinking we might have to come back to them. Okay, that's the cow's gate open. Almost took the cow's head off when I was opening it, poor thing. Almost smashed straight into its head. Probably a bit too graphic information there. Yeah, I don't think 1,000 litres is going to do it. They've also got an accumulation of muck, which can be put into the muck spreader or the muck heap. How did we do? Oh, pretty good. It has actually boosted it enough. I should think if we bring back a full load, it's only going to take about 5, maybe 10%. But as we're not too busy, it probably is worth actually boosting everything now. We could also buy some straw, which again probably won't be a bad idea. It all comes down to price. It's not cheap to buy straw, and we know we're going to have some soon anyway, so I don't know. I suppose we'd be looking to see if we wanted to have manure, because we'd have just slurry otherwise. Without the straw, there's no solid manure. I think we'll go without. Anyway, let's go and fill up. And we're back. So yeah, let's just open the gate once again. We'll give them their whatever it'll be, 5 or 10%, and then they'll be ready to go for the rest of, well, next 3 days I'd have thought. Next 3 days they can usually do. Now the power food we can't do until we've got silage, hay and straw. At the moment we only have the straw. Sorry, the hay. We can buy the straw, but we're not going to, as mentioned a minute ago. It's just too expensive. I think it's about £8,000 for a few bales, which is extreme. Brilliant for getting you out of emergency situations, but we're not really in that situation. The cows are still happy. The cow's health is showing 18%, which isn't good, but we've got the food, we've got the water. They just don't have all of the super good power food to make them breed to their full extent. But to be honest, we're not in any rush really to breed them. The amount of milk they're producing is fantastic. We're getting loads of money off that. In fact, it's paying for everything. It's paying for all of the daily expenses. So yeah, quite happy with them. And as soon as we do have all the products, all the silage and the straw and obviously the hay, we'll be able to give them power food anyway, technically free of charge. Although yeah, there will be a few expenses such as diesel and maintenance on the tractors. But overall, yeah, it's relatively cheap. It's actually time as well, the amount of time it takes to produce these different things. We need to think about doing some silage fairly soon because it needs to ferment as well. But there we go. We're done there. Let's just check the chart. Good, good. That's all perfect. So yeah, I mean the sheep are just absolutely brilliant. Really good. Yes, we were going to check upon the state of the crops. Have they started to grow? I think they have. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have. Excuse the teleporting, but I need to look. Maybe they haven't. Hang on, wait. It's the field which I'm not looking at, isn't it? This one here? Oh, okay, so it hasn't started. It must be when it's lime green, it's not actually showing anything just yet. Yep, that's right. So very soon, probably in the next day, the first stage of growth will be obvious, and then we should be able to put the next application of fertiliser on. Taking a look at this map actually, field number 2 does need to be fertilised as well, so we'll probably do that at the same time as drilling the maize in field 6. We have until the end of summer to fully fertilise field number 2, so we're not actually in any rush to get it done. We only have to do 3 applications anyway, so yeah, it's just something to remember, we can't forget it. But I think that is it for today. Oh look, it's sunny now. Typical. The ground is so wet there, you can see it showing as wet, we can't do anything. So, just the way it is. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and until the next one, see you again very soon. Bye for now.